Radical.
Let's quickly talk some basketball as I listen to and I'm testing a 1960s rock CD in the background. Sorry about it. I gotta listen to this while I record. I'm just gonna get this out of the way, and this is not gonna be three separate uploads. I'm squeezing them all into one just to kind of get some of this stuff out of the way. The biggest news that I'll talk about at the end is Kevin Durant being traded from the Suns to the Houston Rockets. But before that, there was another trade, and there was this little thing happening called Game 7 of the NBA playoffs. The Pacers actually lost Game 7. Gotta be honest here. I tuned in, but I tuned out after Halliburton popped his Achilles. That's really sad to see. It was really early in the game, and you could see it. You close up of it, you could see when that Achilles goes, it looks incredibly painful. Now, the weird thing about that is it seems to be a curse because of the three Achilles that's been popped in the playoffs. Not one, not two, but three. You have Jason Tatum, you have Damian Lillard, and you have Halliburton. 3-star players for their respective teams. This is not any backups. This is 3-star players who popped their Achilles. I think all jerseyed 0. So if you're wearing a jersey with the 0 on it, you are fucked in the playoffs. But it leads a lot of people to point maybe to the type of shoes, the low tops versus the high tops they're wearing. And also leads a lot of people to look at the 80-plus game season and the fact they have the mid-game tournament and, just too many games being played by people that, I don't know, I guess just are not taking good care of their body, or maybe it's just the stress of playing all those games in a small amount of time. Now, my look on it is that it could be as simple as you see this Achilles injury because these NBA players have skinny-ass legs for the most part. Super skinny legs. And you're putting all that pressure on these little twiggy legs. I would say just try to, build up your legs or, you don't got to be, every player don't have to be Shaq. But it's these skinny-ass fucking players. And I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it. Now, me, I've never had, I don't have any skinny ass legs. They're kind of thick. I've never had anything happen. I don't really play competitively, but I'm always working out, and I run sometimes. I've never had any kind of major lower body injury. Never. Worst thing I've had is maybe blue balls. Okay, moving on to something else. Let's talk about the trades. And congratulations to the Thunder. Even though, the star player for the Pacers went down, you still won the finals. After being a overwhelming favorite, some people actually thought they were going to sweep the Pacers. They got the job done. So congrats to SGA and all of them. Now let's talk about the trades. The Magic was involved in a trade. The first trade, actually. The Magic traded, let's see the actual details of this trade. The Orlando Magic traded Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, used to be on the Lakers, Cole Anthony. Really? They traded Cole Anthony? Damn. Cole Anthony, 2025 first-round pick, 2026 first-round pick, swap rights from Phoenix or Washington, 2028 first-round pick, 2029 first-round pick swap, and a 2030 first-round pick. So that's a lot of picks and 2 players for Desmond Bane. How good is Desmond Bane? I mean, I know he's pretty good, but to me that feels kind of like an overpay. And I'm seeing grades here. People are grading Orlando with a C+. They're grading the other team, Memphis, with a B. And by the way, when it comes to injuries, other than Achilles, you had Steph Curry go down, you had Memphis' star player, John Morant, go down. I think people will look back and remember this as the playoffs of injuries and what could have been. But, so I got to be honest here, I don't know a lot about Desmond Bane, but apparently I think he has the 3rd highest three-point percentage in the league. I'm legit looking up a lot of details about him. I will say he's 27. So he fits that timeline between Banchero, Suggs, and Franz Wagner, who are 22, 23, and 24 respectively. So maybe that'll work for the Magic. Maybe they'll make some magic with Desmond Bane. He's a great shooter, and it seems like he fits right in with their team. So we'll see what happens with Orlando. I mean, they took a wild swing getting this guy, so maybe it'll pay off for them, and they'll get farther in the playoffs next year. I don't know if this makes them a finals contender, but it may just be one step in many other steps that they make. Now, another trade, the big trade. The title of this is the Suns trade Kevin Durant to the Rockets. And they're grading this one a B for the Suns and a B plus for the Rockets. I don't know if I would grade that a B for the Suns. I kind of feel like even though Durant's older, they could have got more in this trade from the Rockets. What did they get from the Rockets? Well, they got Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, a 2025 first-round pick, number 10 actually, coming up, 2025 second-round pick, two 2026 second-round picks, a 2030 second-round pick, and 2032 second-round pick. Well, maybe it's not that bad considering it's actually it's number 10 pick. I don't know how deep this draft coming up is, but that's not bad. You get a young player. You get Dillon Brooks, who's a really good defensive player and just a pest. You get Jalen Green, who wasn't really doing good against the Warriors. I think he only had one game over 20 points, and he laid a lot of eggs and some stinkers. Jalen Green's another one that I don't really follow. I don't know a lot about him, but he wasn't making them happy. And it's one of the situations to where maybe they think if they get rid of these players and Jalen Green and they increase their offense and their shooting, then maybe they go all the way. Again, same thing with the Orlando Magic. I don't know if this trade makes the Rockets a certified finals contender. Maybe they get past the first round. If you're the Warriors and you're looking at this and you line back up with the Rockets, I don't know how good you feel with Durant on the other side of the court. Now, granted, he's had some leg injuries of his own. He is older, but it's Kevin freaking Durant. The guy is an instant bucket. He's like an ISO god, man. He's a really great player. And the weird thing is, even though the Rockets are a young team, I guess they feel like they actually got a shot. Wouldn't it be wild if the Rockets went all the way, beat the Thunder and then got to the finals, maybe the Celtics are going to be really out of play. Let's say if the Rockets actually go to the finals versus the Magic, huh? Who you got now? Who you got in that finals? That would be kind of a fun finals, wouldn't it? When Kevin Durant was made aware of this, he seemed very happy and really not all that surprised. Not all that surprised when he was made aware of this trade. So this is what, his fifth team? His fifth team. I will say what's good about this trade is Kevin Durant didn't try to form another fucking super team, okay? It's not a situation where he goes to the Nets with Kyrie and Harden. Then he goes with I guess, though, they added Bradley Beal after. He goes and team up with Devin Booker and then Bradley Beal. This is not a big three. Maybe this is the end of big threes just in the league. And they see what's going to get you to the finals is not a big three on veterans, but you look at how the Pacers and Thunder are. Thunder's a young team and experienced, but they're built right. The Pacers, just a gritty team. They're built right. So I love this. I love the fact that even though the Pacers, I admitted the Pacers and the Thunder, for me personally, wasn't the most exhilarating finals matchup, I do love the fact that teams are actually trying to get away from that big three shit that LeBron started back in the early 2010s with the Miami Heat, and they're just focusing on building nicely well-rounded teams.